Hey, what's going on YouTube land? It's me, TJ, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Wrestling Nostalgia. And today, I want to give a big, huge congratulations on the new NXT champion, Obafemi. Yes, even though Trick Williams lost his NXT championship, it is what it is. And my prediction didn't come true, but part of it did because I knew that eventually they would pull the trigger on Obafemi's push and becoming the NXT champion. Definitely been hitting the ground running all 2024. Been having match of the night like almost every PLE event. And hey, big kudos to him. And he have gotten rewarded big time in winning the NXT championship. But it's like, where does Trick go from here? You know what I mean? Does he go to the main roster? Does he do Royal Rumble appearance? Do he hook back up with Trickamello game? Crazy thing about it is I made a tweet and I said, y'all gonna gag if Trick goes to the main roster and then he goes heel and hook up back with Mello. Yo, I was just thinking that to myself. And if that actually comes true, I'm gonna be shocked for real. But anyways, Obafemi definitely deserved this big win. And even though I would prefer him winning at Stand and Deliver in a big crowd and everything like that, but now I'm thinking to myself, then who's going to be his opponent at Stand and Deliver then if Trick is going to go to the main roster, allegedly? Because I don't know like for a fact, but I do feel like it's a little too soon. I feel like they should wait until Stand and Deliver and have him on the main roster. That would make a lot more sense. But hey, I'm not the booker, so I don't know what's going to happen. But being the year that Oba just had, once he goes to the main roster, preferably next year, I would want him to have like a reign of terror, maybe even the longest reigning world champion ever in that promotion on NXT. Or should I say the longest NXT champion in history. I feel like he should beat Adam Page's record. That would be amazing. But they would have to put him in engaging and great storyline feuds and stuff like that, like near losses and everything like that, to make his NXT championship reign feel like it's important. Because now the Rock is on his back. The NXT division is on his back. And they have to really go full throttle with this. And I don't have any doubts that they're going to make sure that he's the biggest deal, because at the end of the day, he was the NXT North American champion, and it felt like it was the world championship, to be honest, because the way it was being booked, I'm like, good, like, his reign was really good. It was entertaining, it was engaging, he was getting over with the crowd. Crazy thing about it is, when I seen his triple threat match at Stand and Deliver, which was arguably I don't see how that's going to be arguably, but that was really match of the night, for real. Like, and they had like little to no build up, for real. Just imagine if they did.
How do you feel about that match came out? It was pretty one of the highest rated matches, one of the most incredible matches of the weekend.
Personally, I think that's a 10-star match.
I love it.
Let me tell you why. Because going into that one, there wasn't too much build up or history or anything like that. Just intrinsically, like on its own, a standalone good match. Now, can you imagine if we had 7, 8, 9 weeks to, tell a good story? Like, that's why I strongly believe that it's a 10-star match, because it didn't have any backbone or hind legs to stand on. It just, on its own, it's a very, very good match.
Come on, man. First ever 10-star match. I love it.
Oba Meltzer is here.
Yo, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe they got an award for that match. And rightfully so. Like, they really did a good job. That's when I knew that Obafemi, he made it. He was there. And there's no way in the world you could deny him. He's undeniable. He had proven that he could be an engaging and an intriguing champion. A great champion. He has the look, the stature. He looks like he's going to be WWE champion. Oh, trust me. And that leads me to my next point. Triple H. Yeah. If you watching this, You better make sure Obafemi is the best world champion they ever freaking seen. Now, if you want to start him off with the Intercontinental or the United States, respectfully, whichever brand, which is Raw or SmackDown, he winds up going up to, which is probably, 2026, 2027? It's going to be more than likely 2026. As good as he is, definitely once this championship reign hits the way that it needs to, baby, Triple H, if you fumble, we got some problem. Because, see, me and my army, me and my people ain't playing, yo. You better make sure that man is, I look like $1 billion, okay? Not a million, $1 billion. I'm not playing. Like, there's no reason after Shawn Michaels sit up there. And you know what? It's so funny and it's crazy to me how time works. Because y'all remember almost a lot of people that Triple H built on NXT and then got sent to the main roster. Triple H just like, I don't see what I can do with them. Jobber! You're like, and now it's reverse. He's on the main roster. Triple H is. He's the booker, the creative over there. And now it's Shawn Michaels, and there's certain people that he's sending over, they not doing nothing with. Like Mello, Jobber, essentially. Like, he been having way more losses than wins. Braun Breaker, 50-50 at best. They just put the strap on Tiffany Stratton, what was it, a week or so ago. And then a few others I can't really... Lyra Valkyria. I mean, that speaks for itself because honestly, I've never seen anything, of value to her either outside of being Becky Lynch's predecessor or understudy or whatever you want to call it. I just don't know. It's just... I'm making this video because once again, I wanted to congratulate Obafemi. He is a beast. He is definitely going to be one to be reckoned with once he goes to the main roster. And they need to beware, okay? Because once that beast goes into the wild, if booked properly, though, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. That's for damn sure. But time is going to tell what's going to happen. And then... from what I heard, I think Vince McMahon's case got, settled or whatever. I don't be keeping up with that stuff. I just seen something briefly or whatever, and I was just like, oh, okay, cool. So what, he gonna get his company back? Like, if that's the case, I mean, I don't know why y'all telling us for. And if they let him back, that just tells me right then and there that, I mean, you know what? This video ain't about him. But one thing I will give Vince, though, one thing I will say, and that was with my bottom dollar, I do feel like, for a figgity fact, if Vince were in control, he would not fumble no Obafemi. Not at all. I don't know why. I just feel like he just would not fumble him. But, again, he's not in control anymore, at least in this, allegedly. But, hey, we got to wait and see how everything plays out. I have no doubt in my mind that Obafemi's NXT Championship reign is going to definitely hit the way that it needs to. And I have faith in him. I didn't think that was going to happen, though, because they added Eddie Thor. So I'm thinking he was going to be the do-boy to take the pin or whatever. But Trick Williams wound up getting pinned. I didn't see that. I did not see that coming, though. I thought for a fact it was going to be Trick Williams retaining. He was going to pin Eddie Thor. And then, at Stand and Deliver, if they could have stretched it out that far, which would have been kind of hard to do. Because what I thought was going to happen... Eddie Thor was going to eat the pin. Trick was going to retain. Then it was going to be probably Eddie Thor versus Oba. And Oba go over him or something like that along those lines. Like, you shouldn't have been in the match anyway or whatever. Or Eddie wanted to get revenge for, getting beat up by Oba earlier that night. I mean, that still can happen with Oba being the champion now. I mean, that still is plausible. But I didn't think it was going to happen like that. And then Trick probably would have had another opponent. I don't know. Maybe they would have ran it back with Ridge Hollins. Probably run it back with him. And maybe one other person basically on TV, defending his championship. And then run it back with Obafemi versus Trick Williams at Stand and Deliver. And then have Obafemi go over and then finally win the NXT championship. And then go on a dominant reign. I thought that's what the plans were going to be. But... I understand why they just pulled the trigger on Oba and just have him win the championship because it would have it would have been too long. And then WWE have a habit of like, stretching things out longer than what they need to. So I'm not mad at the fact that Obafemi is the new NXT champion. It is what it is. I just didn't think they were going to do it that fast. Definitely on free TV. And I was thinking that to myself, like, they going to put this on free TV? Like him winning the NXT championship? But they did it, and I'm happy for him. And yeah, that's the video. That's all I had to say. And comment down below. Who do you want to see Obafemi defend his championship against first? Do you think they should run it back with Trick Williams at Vengeance Day? Or do you think he should run it back at Stand and Deliver? What are your list of opponents for Obafemi for his NXT championship? Leave it in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. Help me grow this channel. Your love and support is definitely greatly appreciated. And welcome. Peace. TJ, I'm out.